one. You still have to add those personal items. And maybe you have babies or grandbabies. Take the baby's hand and put it down in the clay, and now you've got a lifelong keepsake of that baby and that special Christmas, that maybe the first Christmas or when they were 5 years old. And you can even write on it how old they were when you did that. So there's lots of ideas that you can do. But anyway, that's on the 3rd. December the 4th. So now we've got National Cookie Day, also on December the 4th. I think they did that on December the 3rd too, if I'm not mistaken. But National Cookie Day, of course, is a food and beverage holiday. And it gives you the idea of where you can bake all these cookies. And again, that's another way that you can give something you made versus something you bought. And moving on to December the 5th, we're just kind of, and I apologize again, but this is my little machine here going off. For those that don't know, I'm wearing a blood pressure monitor, so it goes off about every 15 minutes. But we're just going to work through it and move on. So on December the 5th, and December the 5th happens to be my oldest brother's birthday, who is now resting in heaven. He is one of our family's angels along with my mom, but today the 5th would have been his birthday. Not to bring everybody down, he is resting, and we are happy that he's no longer in pain or anything like that. So, but one of the days for December the 5th is Bathtub Party Day. And this is just something fun and silly and crazy to do. And let's take a look at this one. So Bathtub Party Day is a unique celebration on December the 5th each year. And yes, you read it right. There is actually a holiday for that. So wow, what do you know? A few things to measure up. Is relaxation, power, soaking in the tub. So basically, this is a holiday that you're just enjoying for yourself. It's so that you can relax, unwind, have a little party, play a little music. You can kind of dance and splash around in the tub, or you can relax and listen to a little jazz maybe, or a little blues, something kind of relaxing, like some candles, and just have a bathtub party and enjoy yourself. So it's a relaxation day. I think everybody should have it at least twice a month, I think. But moving on, now we're at December the 6th. That was the best thing I saw in that one. So now we're at December the 6th, and we are looking at, guess what? Walt Disney Day. Arts and entertainment. And it is a day that, of course, celebrates Walt Disney and all of everything that he bought or brought to our lives is in the form of characters and movies and childhood fantasies. And, I think now more adults go to Disneyland than children. You've got Disneyland, you've got Disney World, and you've got all the things in between. And this is a celebration of all of that, everything Disney, and they do it every year on December the 6th, and it's definitely a fun kind of occasion. Now, this, it looks like, let's see here, it kind of talks about when Walt Disney was born, but in 1923, he got his first business venture, and it was Laugh-O-Gram Studios. And from there, of course, he just kind of grew and grew, and things progressed. And of course, it became Disney, and he opened up, the parks in 1955. So all things Disney on December the 6th. Then we've got National Pawnbrokers Day. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been to like some different pawn shops, and sometimes they have some pretty nice stuff, you know. You can go in and find some very interesting. You have to be very careful, of course, especially if you're looking at electronics or things with mechanical parts, that kind of thing, because you want to make sure it works properly before you pay for it. But it is a great place to go to find some good deals. And if you are looking to get rid of stuff that you just kind of have around the house, that's a good place to go to get rid of that too, other than swap meets and just posting it online in the local swap meets online. So, but that's National Pawnbrokers Day, and it's on the 6th. And guess what? Today is the 6th. So today is National Pawnbrokers Day. And then, listen at this one. We have National Microwave Oven Day. It is a foodie holiday. You're going to see a lot of foodies holidays during this period of time, but it's celebrated on December the 6th, and it's one of the most influential kitchen appliances ever created. Do you believe that? I do. Microwave ovens serve a variety of uses, such as making popcorn, heating leftovers, melting chocolates or butter, heating up water, reheating food. You can even make cakes in the microwave. The microwaves have come such a long way. There was a period of time where you couldn't put anything metal in the microwave because it would spark and cause fire. Now they make the microwaves where you can. You can heat things in them. They not only will reheat or cook, but they will also bake and brown. So microwaves have come a very, very long way. And nearly every household in the country has one. Not every household, but nearly every household. About 80%, according to what I'm looking at. So, here's a bit of information. In October, microwave oven on October of 1945, Raytheon introduced the Radar Range microwave in 1947, and the first microwave stood 6 feet tall, and it cost $5,000, and that was in 1947. Do you believe it? Man, it's kind of like the first computer. Remember when they talked about the first computer that came out, and it took up a whole room? You know, they had these great, big, tall, 6 foot tall machines, and they were like, 4 foot wide, 6 foot tall, and they were computing machines. They weren't really computers, but they were computing machines. And you would put in the data, and it would spit it back out. They used to make movies about it all the time. I know I'm dating myself, but still. So today is National Microwave Oven Day. How cool is that? Now we have on December the 6th, I bet you didn't know this one. On December the 6th, I'm trying to find a good one here. Older Driver Safety Awareness Week. Now this is a really, really important one, I think, because a lot of our older drivers, some of them don't need to be on the road because they're a danger to themselves and to other people. Not because they drive crazy, but they may be slower to react to various situations. Now, I say that, but then I've seen older adults drive so much better than the younger ones, and sometimes they drive a little too fast. So there's a range, but this is older driver safety awareness week, and it's just to make sure that we're looking out for our older adult drivers to help keep them safe. Make sure if they're having hearing issues or eyesight issues, maybe they have physical disabilities in one form or another, that we are making sure that if they don't need to be on the road, that they're not. And if they are on the road, there are specialty cars that they make where, if someone is a handicap, that they've adjusted the driving so that it's easier for them to maneuver. So maybe it's not necessarily that they don't need to be on the road, but maybe there are some challenges other than the fact that they're just getting older. So that being said, I guess we need to be aware of everybody being on the road. So that goes through December the 6th. Let's take a look and see what's going to be on the schedule for tomorrow. Here's December 7th, National Handwriting Day. So, boy, we have lost that art, haven't we? We don't write anymore. We do everything on a computer. We're typing, we're sending emails, we're texting. We do not write. The art of writing is being lost. And it is so very sad because, they teach writing in schools. And I say that because I'm looking in college, they teach calligraphy. I would love to learn how to do calligraphy. I've seen some videos on it, but I haven't had the time to actually try it. But I think it's beautiful. And I remember, this has been a few years back. I was watching this. I like watching history, and I was watching this history on the White House, and they were talking about they have a whole team of writers that send out invitations, and they write the letters, and a lot of the things that have to be written are actually handwritten by this particular team. When they send out invitations to their dinners or their balls or whatever it is that they have, they actually have someone or some ones that handwrite those invitations, and they are very, very specific in the styles and the mannerisms that they use. And depending on the type of invitation it is, it may be a different type of lettering. And it was so interesting to watch that. And that's what kind of got me started being very, very interested in writing, and as far as calligraphy and the different writing techniques and styles and the quills. They still use quills and the different pens, and they are absolutely beautiful, the writing that comes from those. So just something to kind of put in your ear and make you want to inquire if you like the written word, meaning if you like to write, or I would even call it drawing, even though it's letters, but it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful written work. So there's on the 7th of December, National Letter Writing Day. And again, how about this? How about you write a letter to each of your family members, telling them how much you love them, how happy you are that they're in your lives, because we only have a certain period of time on this world, and nobody knows when their time is going to come. And especially during these crazy periods of time that we have where, we've got not only all the stuff of COVID, but we also have, we're still dealing with just regular sicknesses that's taking our loved ones away. So, you know, my mom always said, and my pastor always said, give people their flowers